choosing chasing love. My heart is tender, swollen with love.
28-year-old Danielle, who prefers we don't use her last name, experienced the pain caused by sexual violence, even from people in positions of trust.
From medical professionals, from teachers, anything from inappropriate words to groping to more physically violent situations.
As a survivor of sexual harassment and assault, Danielle is disturbed that Donald Trump was elected president, even after the release of the video in which he's heard bragging about using his celebrity status to get away with inappropriate behavior.
I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the.
It's horrifying, and it exemplifies really the root of sexualized violence is that, again, women exist for the pleasure of men and for the people who dismissed it as locker room talk. Well, locker room talk is not, that's an issue anyway.
Some say the comments are no big deal, but advocates for women argue that any language or images objectifying, degrading, or suggesting violence against women contributes to a culture that normalizes sexual violence, and that can put women's rights and safety at risk. Paul Shuey is director of the Interdisciplinary Center for Research on Violence at the University of Illinois at Chicago. He explains sexual violence includes assault and harassment, and it's important for women to know the difference.
Typically with sexual assault, we're talking, more about hands-on direct attempts for inappropriate sexual touching to intercourse. Sexual harassment is more kind of the unwanted sexual attention and threats and kind of other more verbal behaviors or kind of less sexual touching.
Shuey says sexual violence against women is occurring at an alarming rate.
Sexual abuse range in age from 1 day old to 100 years old, but certainly our young women are particularly at risk, so 16 to 22 years old.
According to the Rape Abuse Incest National Network, 1 out of every 6 women is the victim of sexual abuse in the United States.
Sadly, sexual assault, it really is epidemic proportions. So if we're talking about adult women, 25% have been the victim of either sexual assault or attempted sexual assault at some point in their life.
While most people can understand how sexual assault is an inappropriate and even criminal behavior, many women continue to struggle with sexual harassment, often on a daily basis. John Savas is president of Odasi Consulting. He has worked in human resources for the last 30 years and adds the unwanted attention often happens at work.
We haven't changed the behaviors that are expected. We haven't actually seen the kinds of impacts that we had hoped to, and partially because we're constantly blaming victims, and we do that whether it's sexual harassment, whether it's domestic violence, or any type of action, particularly against women. They are the predominant victim in this case, but we are still talking about it because we've not changed the narrative.
Is it getting any closer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Danielle hopes sharing her story helps solve the problem and makes the country a safer place for her 6-year-old daughter and other young girls.
I am completely committed to doing my part, whatever I can, to make sure that the world or a community or a classroom or a home is safer for everybody growing up.